Well, hey guys, good morning. What is going on out there this Sunday morning, January 21st, 2024? Hope you're doing well wherever you are today. And yeah, today we're going to talk about managing a stat that to me is like, I want to win this stat every time. And before we get into that, just a couple of quick reminders here. Let me get this thing teed up here for you. Um, Number one, yeah, look, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every time I go live or upload some new content. That would be cool. And obviously, always it's like, you know what am I doing here? Hold on for a second, please. I want to no stop. Yes, let's do a couple reminders first. Thank you very much. Look, every day, 8 a.m. Pacific time zone um, is, yeah, I got a new episode of What's the Right Shot. It's going to be live. Maybe there might be some travel days in there where I can't do it, but I will definitely upload something for you so that this time every day it'll be available to you. And then, yeah, in the afternoons, we do some tennis mindset training stuff that's really helped me over the last 18 months that yielded some pretty darn good results, stuff I've never ever had before. And I know that if you buy into it, mindset training, the mental part of the game, kind of importante, that you can get results that you're looking for as well. So what we're going to look at today is a point from the 2023 National Indoors, and this is actually, what is this? The second point of the game where I served it out to win this title. And really, what I want to talk about today is that there's a stat that you want to win. On the stat sheet, there's a column that you want to win, and that column is what I'm labeling, managing the mediocre. And just like last night with my beloved 49ers, who really, I mean, things just were not going their way at all. And, Brock Purdy with a whole bunch of missed passes. And I understand the conditions were not ideal. The conditions were sloppy, but it was obviously that way for both teams. And the defense, look, they're falling down all over the place out there, right? Third and long, guys are wide open for the Packers. And yet, I think they ended up managing the mediocre, and mediocre in my mind is, hold on for one sec. We have the late arriving, Jeff Jacklich. Anyway, Jeffrey, I was just talking about that. Today's episode's on managing the mediocre, winning that statistical category. When you do that, you win the match, and maybe you win the tournament, and maybe you win a whole lot of other stuff. And I was just talking about the 49ers last night, how that was a great example of, look, stuff's not going your way at all, and you're maybe misfiring on some stuff that you normally don't, and maybe your opponent's getting some stuff that they normally don't. But whatever it is at some point you just kind of accept reality. This is not a beauty contest, man. This is not the formula for, okay, well, I got to play even better. No, you just have to not panic, and you just got to hang in there, and just trust that you're going to find a way. So today's point is from the finals of the National Indoors 2023. And this was the second point of the game where I served it out to win the tournament. And I'm going to take you through this point, Jeff, and I'm going to show you that there's nothing spectacular going on here at all. It's like, ho hum. Let's just roll it up there. Big deal. And then, feeling like a little slider. All right, come on in. Nothing great.
Right.
And now let's just play, hopefully, a little, half volley dropper. That was just what it was in the noggin at the time. And look, how do you force this guy to maybe give you the point?
Yeah.
So I want to win this category each and every time in a
Right.
match. And I frankly don't care how it looks to be able to get that statistical category in my favor. I mean, look, you and we've always played guys who, man, that bro looks good over there. I mean, first of all, in the warm up, he's got the collar up
Yeah.
and he's all in white. Obviously, he's been in the tanning booth for years.
Yeah.
He looks good. He looks really good. And yet, the guy can ding some winners, but who's winning the statistical category of managing the average, managing the mediocre? So
I've lost the warm up at tournaments more times than I can count. I mean, with just, guys just come out, first ball off the racket is shot out like a cannon. And it's like, whoa, okay, dude, let's figure this out. Right. And then and you hang around and you kind of see like where they're really at. I mean, the warm up is, some people warm up great, some people don't, blah, 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 whatever. But you got to get into the match and kind of see like, who is this guy? Especially if you've never played him before, and like find out like, okay, he's great when there's nothing to show for it. But once we get into the meat of it, then, then you find out who they really are. I think that's a great example right there of again, we talk about this all the time, is make your opponent hit the ball while they're running. Much harder to gauge pace, control the ball. And like everybody can go, oh, why didn't he just like hit a little flicker down the line? Or God, I can't believe he missed a little flick over your head. Because he's running, he's carrying momentum with him. And then you've got to counter that if you're going to go for the little feel shot. Here he is running from the baseline. That's where he made contact.
Guy makes a great shot.
Right?
It's a great shot.
It's a great shot. And
but
now
where's the longest distance I can make him run right now?
And so this is that little nuance in full glory right here is, did he have the ball kind of up? Yeah. Yeah. Like, isn't that kind of like exactly where you want it?
It is. It is.
And he chose to try the little flicker over your head. We can argue about maybe he should have tried to just keep you in front of him. That would be in terms of like, what's the right shot? I don't know that I would have picked the flicker over the head. I may have just like tried to like pop it down the line with a little bit of authority and kept you in front of me.
Yeah.
So now your ball, if you hit the next ball, you're either hitting it back to me or you got to try and pass me by bringing the ball across in front of me, going cross court. So that would have been I probably would have done that. Either one. I mean, the little flick over your head still, I think, is a good choice.
It's a great choice. And if it's a foot,
yeah, but a momentum,
that's 2 feet. I mean, that's not close.
No, momentum though is a very difficult thing to manage though, in terms of ball control when you're moving that. I mean, he had to run full tilt boogie to get there. So
yeah, right, right.
Circling back to when you first started, but it's not a beauty contest. It's not, some days you're on, some days you're not, and some days you got to every day you got to figure it out. But I learned this from again, NorCal legendary coach Rich Anderson when I played for him at Kenyatta, and that is, it's great on days that you have a golden racket in your hand and you just see me making all the right choices and the ball's just coming off the strings. And on that day, this little half volley drop shot would have been a clean winner. It would have spun, it would have hit on the other side of the net, and it would have jumped right back into the net. Right. Like we all have a couple days like that a year. And Rich told all of us, he goes, it's not whether you can win when you're playing great. Those are great. It's whether you can win when you're not. Can you figure out a way to put it together, to stay in it, to hang around? And some days, I've won matches, by big margins, 2-2 on days that I wasn't really particularly that sharp, just because I figured it out. I figured out the guy and what I had to do that day. And all of a sudden that day, Jeff looks like the most boring tennis player on the planet because I found a pattern. And okay, we're just going to do this today. Okay, this guy's a 4 or 5 baller. And then he seems to like mentally go off the rails. Okay, guess what we're doing today? I'm going to make the guy hit 4 or 5 balls. I mean, so but that to me, Rich's statement there is not whether you're winning when you're playing great. It's whether you can win when you're not.
Well, and I use the word mediocre by kind of the definition. I don't mean it disrespectfully. Mediocre to me means the word average.
Yeah.
It's nothing. And I mean, Jeff, you and I would both agree that we've won so many matches by playing average, by managing the average.
Yeah.
And not thinking, and managing is like the between points time where here I am serving for a national title in singles, not thinking, oh my God, I can't risk this guy hitting the ball. I can't take that chance. I got to serve big here. Oops, missed it. Second serve. All right, he played it back to me. I got to make sure that I hit a winner off this thing. And that's just the recipe it's the so-called modern formula, how to hit the tennis ball that loses matches. I'm sorry.
Right.
But did I actually say that?
No.
I mean, yeah, oops. Yeah. So look, all right, well, that's it for today.
Well, I think that's it though. I think it's, again, great example of, again, my thing, it's okay if the other guy touches the ball.
Yeah. Right.
It's just as much of a pressure moment for him as it is for you. I mean, we can argue that, you're serving for the match right now. He's trying to claw his way and hold on for dear life, right? So who
totally?
Really,
who's got the pressure in that situation?
Right. So make him touch the ball, make him show you, make him paint the line, and those margins become very tight then. So.
Boy, I'm really not. I'm managing the mediocre of controlling the video. Like, I've got to find a way because it's really not a beauty contest right now. Anywho, so guys, I hope this was helpful today. It's a pretty simple message. It's not glamorous. It's not you're going to be on the ESPN 11 p.m. top 10 shots of the day, but you're going to win the match. So do what the Niners did last night. Just hang around, not get upset, not get ticked off. Don't get pissed off because you're the number 1 seed, because you should be the one who, it should be a 48-10 victory. Doesn't always work that way. So, guys, just a quick reminder. Yeah. Every morning, this time, 8 a.m. Pacific, that's what we're doing. We're going live with another episode of What's the Right Shot. And there we go. I'm managing. 2:30 in the afternoon. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and you will be good to go. And here's really where the rubber meets the road, I think, in terms of being able to manage the mediocre, being able to manage the average, as Jeff says, let them touch the ball and be okay with that. Always have a 2-shot mindset. And if you manage, talk about managing, if you manage the 80% of the matches, which is spent between points, wow, that washing machine's not managing itself very well. If you manage the 80% of the match spent between points and on side changes, I guarantee it, you are going to get some clarity on how to start the next point, and that clarity is going to have a beneficial residual. More coffee for me, please, this morning. Effect during the point as well. I know. I just
that's so. I'm gonna add this because this is you're training this thing right now, and just like so people don't get lost. 80-20. What is that?
Yeah.
If the match lasts 100 minutes, you're only playing tennis 20 minutes out of that 100 minutes.
Exactly.
That's what Brent is talking about. And if you can't manage that 80 minutes. It could be a long or a very short day.
Well, look, for forever, I didn't manage the 80%. I mean, I was just a little poster boy for, oh my God, I don't want to look like that guy. Emotions all over, making excuses, making sure everyone knows, oh, well, I normally hit that backhand up the line for a winner. No, you don't. Come on.
Yeah, because you hit it once.
Right. So, all right, guys. Well, listen, that's it for today. If you want to get my 4-step-by-step between points routine system I got from Jim Lohr, hybridized it myself to make it my own. That has been a big game changer for me over the decades, but certainly the last year and a half with the run I had for, that 12-month run.
Yeah.
Going over to webtennis.com, dropping a first name and email address. It's private, but it's free, and you'll get immediate access to that video. All right, guys. What's up? What's up today, Jeff, in Napa? I mean, we got some rain. I think I'm getting rained out today.
Let me see.
You're in the desert.
I've got a fresh pair of water wings. It looks like it's going to be another wet day. Actually, no, I'm headed down to Pleasanton today.
Yeah.
A couple sets in with Mr. Jeff Goldfein.
Good.
Trying to get some sets in before the Wilson next week. I'm headed down to you Thursday.
Yeah.
So we'll see through the week. That gives me 5 days of training down there. Hopefully it won't rain the whole time down there. I'm just looking at the long range, and it looks like we might get a little rain during the tournament.
Yeah.
But you know what?
It's winter time.
I'd rather be with my tribe while it's raining than up here.
You could be Major Dan in Massachusetts with 13 degrees, or you could be David Taylor in Nashville with 6 degrees, right. Or you could be Dave Tramble, who just scraped snow off the court playing today.
Or we could all be Brent Abel down in Palm Desert, and
you could. Well, I don't know if you want to go that far.
Stumbling out onto the grass.
Yeah.
San Jacinto. That's a tough postcard to beat, dude.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, guys. Look. Hope this was helpful today. Little helter-skelter, all good though. Managing the mediocre, the average. Guys, any questions? Just go ahead and load up the comments area. I love to read them and reply to them. You can also shoot me an email if you want to keep it private. Brent at webtennis.com, and Jeff is Jeff at jacklich365.com.
Yeah.
Until next time, guys, go out there, help someone else. Have a great day. And see you again next time.